Bum ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Hey guys, how we doing? Shoot. Okay, so today we have another Alani taste test. Yes, I know how excited this makes you. So excited. Now, my original plan was I thought it'd be cool, I actually thought it'd be cool to drink Winter Wonderland today on Christmas. It is officially December 25th of 2025. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna drink Winter Wonderland. Instead, we're gonna drink the last flavor in my fridge that I have never tried. And JDs and Linneman, boys and girls, boys and girls. Today I have a very exciting flavor. Now, in my last video that I recorded, I did cherry twist. And if you watch that video, you'll know that I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. You also may know that breezeberry, my favorite flavor this ever since I drank an Alani, has been my favorite. But I wouldn't say it's perfect. I wouldn't say either drink is perfect. I gave them both an 8.5, and they are currently tied for the number 1 spot, which is a high A tier. Anything that's above a 9, or anything that's a 9 or above, is S tier. Now, the interesting thing about these drinks here are breezeberry is based off of a fruit. Berry. Berries of, berry. It's fruity. Cherry twist also is based off of a fruit, a cherry. Today we have another fruit. I will say, breezeberry and cherry twist are the only 2 fruits that we've had thus far that I can think of. And they are both tied for number 1. So I'm excited for this one. Not only because of that, but as well as I believe this one looks the most refreshing out of any other drink we've seen this far. That is saying something. Even Winter Wonderland looked refreshing, and it was the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Today, we will be trying Watermelon Wave. Are you seeing that? Look how refreshing that is. Hello? It's all good, dude. It's literally good. Like, this is the thing. I don't like watermelon, but that doesn't even matter. Because guess what? I don't like cherry either. And I don't really like berries. I mean, they're alright, but I don't like cherry. I'm not the biggest fan of berries. I don't like watermelon. But from what I have seen so far, it doesn't matter. One thing I'd really like to point out is the white they use for the Alani. I don't know if they do that for every drink. I can't remember. But I would also like to point out this watermelon, it's shiny. And, this leaf, this is obviously, summer. Oh, this is the most refreshing drink I've ever seen. Look at this flower. I just can't wait to, So we're going to open this, and then we're gonna do a Smith. Ready? All right. Now I've never done this before, but I feel like I should. My expectation for this drink, because every single drink that I've had has been so accurate to how I think it would taste, aside from Winter Wonderland, I feel like it's going to taste like a refreshing energy drink that you bought at a store. Well, someone bought you at a store. You were like, let's go to the store. And then you walk into the store and you see this. And you're like, dude, that looks so refreshing. I'm so thirsty. And then you walk over, you buy it, you open it, and you drink it. And everything inside you becomes green and light and shiny, and you just knew. You're new. So here, we're gonna do a sniff test. That's my expectation for it. I know I'm setting it pretty high, but I'd say that feeling would be around a 7.5. If we can get a 7.5 or above, I'll be happy. It looks delicious. If it can tie with Hawaiian shaved ice, I'll be good. If it can get better than Hawaiian shaved ice, or heck, even cherry twist, I will cry. Tears of happiness. So, without further ado, sniff test. Oh my goodness, guys. Wait. Okay, sorry. We're not sponsored. You may think, what are you doing? You're completely ruining your palate. No. No. Trust me. Oh god. That made my gum so cold. Okay. Made my gum so cold. Alright. Are we ready? Boys and bros. Gaties and gentlemen. The first sip. Here we go. Hang on, let me do one more sniff test and I'll tell you how it smells. It just smells like good. Like. No. Wait. No. No. Our first S tier. Oh my goodness. Dude. Watermelon Wave is our first S tier. For sure. Oh. No, no, no. Hang on. Cut the games. Cut the games. Hang on a second. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, I know. Cut the game. Cut the nonsense. This is Fred, by the way. He likes his alone time, but I know he wants a hug. What in the world, dude? Why do my eyes look like that? What the? I'm possessed. I'm possessed. Okay, let's turn this light off. All right. Where do I begin? This is a world of flavor. This is a star in my mouth. It's so. I can never go back. I can never go back. This is perfect. Okay, wait. It's not perfect, but it is so close to perfect. I don't know how anything could get closer. Okay. How do I even... Let's go over the ingredients first. Get a grasp of what we're dealing with here. So 10 calories. Serving size 1 can. 355 milliliters. 10 calories. Here we have no sugar in here. That's surprising, actually.
Yo.
Thank you. No protein. Okay, I recognize all these ingredients and they're all the same. Niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, biotin, pantothenic acid. They're all the same numbers as they were with Cherry Twist. Biotin is still at 100% and everything else is at 110%, which we figured out was mathematically impossible. Total carbohydrates, 2 grams, so 1% of the percentage daily value is 1%, which is 2 grams of total carbohydrates. 200 milligrams of sodium, which is 9% of the daily value, is what it's saying here. lot of ingredients in here, but let's see. Gluten-free, vegan, biotin, B6 and B12, 200 milligrams of caffeine. Now, I'm not usually one to exaggerate. That's not true. But when something happens and it is beyond exaggeration, when it just shocks me to my core, genuinely, I'm surprised, right? I act this way. I cannot believe this. Watermelon wave. Like, y'all know Shy Y's VIP version that goes to Geometry Dash Tidal Wave, the Extreme Demon? That song feels like this drink. That is the best explanation you're gonna get. In fact, this is not copyright, okay? I don't care. Wait. Hang on. I have a plan. You just have to trust me. Okay, dude, do you understand now? I can't believe how good that is. Fred, can you believe?
How good is it, Fred?
It's pretty good.
How do you know?
It's good. Because you told me it's good.
Okay. Can I have some?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just be honest here. That I can't go back to Breezeberry. Okay, here's the thing. Number one pick for me right now, Watermelon Wave. Now I'm gonna have a very difficult time explaining this flavor to you, step by step. I guess we're actually gonna start with the aftertaste on this. I think it'd make more sense. The aftertaste. It's so simple, but so darn good. The first thing you get when this goes in your mouth is the perfect balance of Jolly Rancher green apple. You remember Witch's Brew? Remember that? That is what I thought I got. I thought I was like, it starts out really good. It starts out perfect. You get the perfect balance of green apple Jolly Rancher. No. Nowhere close. This, though? This Watermelon Wave.
Yo.
Son. Thank you. Bless you, no problem. This is the perfect amount of green apple Jolly Rancher. I don't really know what else to say. Okay, that's not all though. That's the first that's first impression. Okay? That's absolute first impression and first impression. So you're getting it off the start, you're getting it immediately, by the way. I'll explain the texture in a second, but you're getting off the start, and then you're getting it to all the way to aftertaste. But there is another flavor in there. But let me explain. The texture. So the texture is sharp. Like really sharp. And if it was any other flavor than green apple Jolly Rancher, it would not be good. Some flavors have had, oh, it's dull, but it's sharp. It's more dull than it is sharp, or it's more sharp than it is dull. This is just sharp. But, if it was any other flavor, I don't know if I'd be a huge fan of. But it works so well with this flavor. Green apple Jolly Rancher is like sour. Right? It's sour. We can all agree that it's not like super sour, like Warhead sour, but it's sweet sour. And that is what I'm getting. But it's not too sour and it's not too sweet. I'm getting the perfect mixture of green apple Jolly Rancher, sour, sweet. I don't know how to explain it other than that. But keep in mind, that's one of the flavors in here. Now, I will say, don't get your hopes up. There's only two main flavors that I'm catching here. That one and the next one. Let me try and pinpoint it better. Shoot. Yep. There's 3 flavors. There's three. So number 2. So first one is green apple Jolly Rancher, perfect mixture of sweet and sour. 2 is the red Jolly Rancher. Now, I know you might be thinking, it's just watermelon. No. There is a specific flavor, taste to Jolly Ranchers. I know y'all know what it is, okay? I know I'm not tripping here. That is in this. And it carries through the beginning to the very aftertaste, the very end of the aftertaste. By the way, I'm still tasting it, which I'm not complaining because there's nothing wrong with the aftertaste. 0 wrong with it. And to be honest, I'm in the midst of a struggle right here because it's like, there is nothing wrong with this drink, but I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I just can't. It's like, I feel like it could always get better. I don't know. Maybe this is their best flavor. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm not just like, but it's like perfect, but I feel like it'd be unfair to give it a 10 out of 10. So we'll get to that later. But the second flavor is the watermelon Jolly Rancher, the red one. I don't know if that's a watermelon one, but the red one. Now there's a third flavor in here. And it's also a Jolly Rancher flavor. But the difference with this one is it's not expected. You may be like, well, you've had green apple and you've had watermelon. What else could there be to make watermelon? Why do you even need green apple? Well, to be honest, I don't know. But it works so well that if they didn't add it, it wouldn't be as good. It'd probably be max an 8.5. But the absolute aftertaste is the green apple, and it's the perfect mix of sweet and sour. Now, second flavor, watermelon Jolly Rancher. Not much to say. I never found it super sour. I never found it super sweet. I just found it nice, refreshing. It was good. But I do have a favorite Jolly Rancher, and it's green apple. However, aside from that one, I have a second favorite, and it's very close by a hair. It's not watermelon. It's not the blue one. It's the purple one. The grape. And that is the third flavor in the watermelon wave. Grape? Really? Grape? Yes. The purple Jolly Rancher is in this drink. Not physically, it's not floating around in there. There's not a solid candy in this can, but there's a beautiful taste here. And it's a purple Jolly Rancher. Now, before I continue, I'd like to explain how it's divided. And it is divided perfectly. Almost perfectly. Wait, I like to like that. Wait. You know, the blue light in my eye. Okay. So the absolute aftertaste, which is the very first thing that happens to your mouth. The very first thing, as soon as the liquid connects with your tongue, boom. That is what I'm describing here. Jolly Rancher. Green apple. Perfect mixture between sour and sweet. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Couldn't be better. Absolute aftertaste, 10 out of 10. Okay? Now, the aftertaste. I mean, no. Not absolute aftertaste. Absolute first impression. I don't know if that's what I said earlier, but that's what I've been describing. So there's absolute aftertaste. I mean, first impression. Okay. So I'm going to drink it one more time, and then I'm going to go from there. got it. The flavors are speaking to me. They're like, hey, I'm over here. Wait, I'm over here. Hey, have you tried me? Yes, I've tried you. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love it. I'm sorry. Okay. So, absolute first impression. We got that. Now, first impression is the thing that happens right after that, but it's in between. It's in between absolute first impression and mid taste. So, first impression. It introduces the starting flavors of the watermelon Jolly Rancher, the red one. So we have green apple in the absolute first impression, and then going on to first impression, not a second after absolute first impression, might I add, but first impression, it introduces the watermelon flavor. And then as we carry into mid, you don't even get the grape yet. Grape comes with the aftertaste. So you have an enhanced version of green apple, and you have a very heightened sense of watermelon, the red one. Now, as you enter the late stages of mid taste, and the beginning of aftertaste, you start to blend out the green apple, and you start to pour in the grape. So you're fading out of the green apple in the beginning of the aftertaste, as well as throwing in some purple Jolly Rancher flavor. Now, if you can imagine that taste, try your best to imagine that taste. Try your best to imagine a watermelon Jolly Rancher with a grape Jolly Rancher. Not too sweet, not too sour, the perfect mix, forming together and going on to the aftertaste. Now we're in the aftertaste phase. This is arguably the most important phase because it sticks with you the longest and it doesn't change. You have watermelon and you have grape. Try and focus. What this flavor does is it heightens the watermelon while making the grape a little dull because the watermelon is more refreshing. And when you lay your eyes on this can, what do you think of? Do you think of grape? No. You think of watermelon. That's all you're thinking about. Watermelon wave. It says it right there. Okay? Thinking of watermelon. It heightens the watermelon. Everything in your mind is going towards watermelon wave here. Not grape wave. Grape granola or whatever. I don't know. But it heightens the watermelon. Now in the very end stages of the aftertaste, I mean like 20 seconds after the sip, you lose the watermelon and it's just grape. Which is not bad at all. Not to me anyway. I love grape. In fact, I don't know how a drink could get better than this because my top 3 Jolly Rancher flavors, I'm sure you know, but it's green apple, grape and watermelon. So top 1 is green apple, top 2 is grape, top 3 is watermelon. I'm getting green apple to start. I'm getting watermelon to mid, and then the aftertaste is grape. Name a better lineup, dude. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know what to do because I don't know. I literally don't know how a drink could get better than that. And I'm really trying to think. But Jolly Ranchers are so good. And that's all I'm taking in for that drink. That's all I'm seeing is the Jolly Rancher taste. Not too sour, not too sweet. That's all I'm getting. You know what? I want to always leave room for improvement. But because this is the absolute best drink that I've had from Alani, or from any place, for a matter of fact, from any place ever, this is the best drink I have ever had, flavor-wise. From anywhere, at any time, any place, any age, over the course of my entire 20 years of life. This right here deserves top number 1 spot on the list. Therefore, it is our first S tier drink with a rating of 9.5. And I hope to see you again.